Welcome to Unapologetically Badass, the podcast for women over 40 who are done dimming their light. I'm your host, Renee Carbone-Fleming, coach, queen, and master of the midlife glow up. Solo chats, epic guests, no filter. Let's freaking go. Here we go. Hello. Welcome to the Unapologetically Badass podcast. I am your host, Renee Carbone-Fleming, and I am thrilled to have this next guest on. Defying the odds. It's Alanah, correct?
Alanah.
Okay, I knew I was going to pronounce that wrong. Alanah Rushing. We're going to talk about motherhood, pageants, and pursuing purpose after infertility. So welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. No, first of all, for those that are not watching this on video, she is here, beautiful, crown on, sash on. Let's start with Miss Tennessee for America. Okay, what made you compete?
I was in pageants as a little girl, starting at like 8 or 9 months old before I could walk, and I just really loved it. I grew up doing it, and I ended up stopping in high school because I ended up going the sports route, and I couldn't do both. And so I was at the time I was going to college to play volleyball, and that's just where life led me. And then here we are a few years later. After college, I competed again. I got second runner up twice in Texas, and then I ended up in Nashville and wanted a fresh start. And I had a connection to the pageant world still. And I did a lot of training, and here I am. And I was Miss Nashville first, and now I'm your new Miss Tennessee, which is crazy to say out loud, but it's truly been a whirlwind.
Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the pageant world is really, I competed when I was a teen, full, disclosure. And I quickly found, and I won a few crowns and stuff like that. And it was a wonderful experience, but I definitely found that I am not the polished, coiffed contestant that is expected in a pageant, and I love the fact that it gave me such confidence and it gave me such a sisterhood. I was talking to somebody earlier and how many people that we meet through this and sharing the same like vision and focus, and it truly is like this community of sisterhood where women want to support each other. Don't you see that?
Yeah, absolutely. I just got back from Miss for America in August, and the amazing women I met there, win or lose, I was like, wow, I'm coming out of this with so many new sisters who truly want to make an impact, in
Yeah.
the world just like I do. And maybe it's, my passion's in fertility, but there's maybe cancer or drug overdose or all these different things. And it's just like, wow, there's really good people out here really trying to make a difference. And I love that.
Quick crown check, queen. If you're vibing with this episode, you're exactly the type of badass I built my empire for. Whether you're building your fuck it fund, launching your brand, craving a midlife reinvention, or just want to look and feel like a million freaking bucks, I've got you. From merch that speaks your truth to digital tools, coaching, and yes, even collagen that slaps. I serve the sass, the strategy, and the sparkle to help women over 40 take up space and cash checks doing what they love. Head on over to reneecarbonefleming.com or tap the link in the show notes. Pick your flavor of badass and let's turn your midlife into your power era. Yeah, it's very impressive. And it kind of, whenever I'm at a pageant or watch a pageant and I hear the journeys of different women and even teens, at the teen level, and hearing this, I feel so like I haven't accomplished anything. What the hell have I done with my life? It definitely makes you reflect going, I need to show up more. So tell us about your passion for infertility. Where did that come from?
Yeah, absolutely. So my mom started an agency 20 years ago, Happy Beginnings, and it's an egg donation and surrogacy agency. And then in college, I was an egg donor myself, where I did it anonymously, but it was able to help other parents bring children into this world. And then I had a daughter myself who's now 4 years old, and I now work in the industry. So I work for my mom. I'm the managing director there, and we help bring parents and egg donors and surrogates every single day. And then I also did my own egg freezing share program this year. to freeze my own eggs so I can have future children. Nothing currently wrong with me, but I just know how the industry works. And I know at 30, your fertility starts to go down, statistically speaking. And I'm 28, so I'm not getting any younger. So I was like, let's do it. So I think I connect with parents on that side of things too, because I've been through my own personal journey.
Yeah, that's a powerful one. Infertility, that's a tough journey to be on. So
Yeah.
your mom started this when how long ago?
20 years ago. So I was probably like 7 or 8,
Wow.
maybe.
And
Yeah.
what did you go to school for?
My bachelor's is in business management and my master's is in legal studies.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. And how do you bring that to, like, your work and everyday life?
Yeah, so in college originally, before my daughter was born, I intended to go down the reproductive law route. So I always wanted to be in this field, but I wanted to do the contracts versus actually being in an agency. And then once I had my daughter, that kind of changed my path a little bit. And so I stopped at my master's and then I had the opportunity to go work there and I worked my way up just like anyone else. And I think my business background really helps with like managing the company and bringing new ideas in. And then my legal background still helps because I still review contracts every day. I'm just not physically writing them.
Right, okay, gotcha. And you
Yeah.
said so you in the US, you're global, where is this located?
Yeah. So we're located in Southern Illinois, but we work nationwide with egg donors and surrogates, and we work worldwide with intended parents.
Really?
Yeah. So we have clients literally all over the world. I just spoke to a client yesterday in Germany, another client in London this past week. I have a client in China. Like we just have clients all over the place.
Wow, that's
Mhm.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Is this a lot of, women obviously sharing it with other women in groups and share networking that way?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely word of mouth, especially from the surrogate and egg donor standpoint of things,
Mhm.
because they've been through the journey and they, recommend their friends and things like that. But intended parents, sometimes they do hear from, other intended parents, but a lot of times it's the clinics that we actually work with. They'll have like a referral list and we'll be on that list for them to refer when they need our services.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's gotta be a lot, and especially you said you have a daughter too?
I do, yeah.
How old?
She just turned 4 a couple weeks ago.
Oh, happy birthday to her.
Oh, thank you.
What do you find as, like, your biggest struggle? Like, do you have you're balancing the full-time work, you're balancing being Miss Tennessee for America, being a
Yeah.
mom.
I think the biggest struggle for me is just still carving out the time to spend with my daughter and still trying to balance everything. So what really works for me is just really making a schedule. I try to make one weekly and then also monthly to make sure I fit in everything as far as volunteering goes, branding deals, being a mother, her going to cheerleading, still working my full-time job. Luckily with my job, I do work remotely and I'm able to kind of fluctuate my schedule, as you would say. If that's getting up at 4 in the morning, sometimes that's what I do,
Yeah.
to make sure I'm still able to spend time with my daughter, because that's the most important at the end of the day.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. So when is your reign up?
Not until next April, so I still got plenty of time.
Oh, good. So what do you do to, you're spreading awareness about infertility? Is that what you're
Yes, so that's my personal mission is advocating for infertility, but our overall platform is Victoria's Voice, and so we advocate for drug overdose as well, and that hits home to me just because I had an uncle pass away from overdose. So I advocate for both, but infertility is truly my passion.
yeah. Do you see yourself doing more pageants?
I got asked that a couple weeks ago, and I don't know. I think I'm so open. I don't know what life holds for me yet. I'm definitely open to it. I may be open to doing more like commercials and modeling. It's opened a lot of doors for me, so I really don't know where I'll end up after this, truly.
I love that. So you come from a big place of yes, like, "Oh, we'll try it."
I do, yes. I was actually I may be going on a reality show here soon. That just got introduced to me. So
Really?
so stay tuned. That's definitely a possibility.
Oh my gosh, that's very cool. Oh, I can't
Yeah.
wait. You gotta tell me.
I definitely will tell you.
Okay, fantastic. I keep on sa well, I actually I'll full disclosure, I applied for traders.
Oh, really?
I did. Haven't heard back yet, but I
You
was like,
never know.
"What the hell? Might as well, right? Live once."
I know. And I think when you do pageants too, it like opens so many doors. You're like, you don't know what you're gonna do. And I'm like, I truly don't. Whatever comes my way, I'm open to, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the part of, the adventure of life is going, "You know what? Why not try something? If it doesn't work, if it fails, whatever, it's not the end of the world, you know?"
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, trying pageantry. Are you gonna get your daughter into pageantry too?
Yes. She actually has already done a couple of pageants. Her very first one, she won the whole thing, and it was a Halloween pageant a couple years ago, and they do like an overall costume, and it went up to like 21. It was pretty high, and I was like, we waited just to see for fun, and then when they actually called her name, I was like, oh my gosh, she's only 2. She won this whole thing. So
It
I
could
love it. She loves the pageant world. I was in New York Fashion Week in February, and she went to that, and so she like does her little catwalk all over the house. She has her little dresses. She loves all of it.
Oh my gosh, that's so precious. That is a lot of
Yeah.
fun. What have you learned the most out of pageantry, though?
I think confidence, truly. I think it's really shaped me into who I am. And I think being a confident woman, especially as a single mother who has a daughter looking at her all the time, of what does my mom do? I want to be like her. It really helps me impact other women because I feel like one of the number one struggles with women is insecurity. And social media, although it can be such a great world, it can be such a bad world too for especially young women and women in general. And so I think just having, someone in a leadership role that can really advocate for women and showcase, the stereotype on pageantry is not always true. You can really have confidence and gain sisterhood and meet new people and truly make a difference. Like there is good things about pageantry, and I think sometimes people overlook that by just the crown and the sash and the pretty dresses sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. How do you overcome all the negativity though? Like on social media, between the negativity, between the comparison, comparing ourselves to each other and seeing, all of the glitz and glam and things are perfect on the outside.
I think for me, it's just truly like looking at all women like they all serve a purpose and they all have something that they're trying to accomplish. And it's not me looking at them like, "Oh, they're prettier than me." Absolutely, these women are beautiful, but so am I. So I think it's just truly believing in who you are and what you have to offer and not necessarily comparing yourself. You can be beautiful, I can be beautiful, and we can all go after the same mission. And that I think that's what empowering women truly is. That's what that sisterhood is instead of comparing each other like we're at a competition. Because, yes, we do compete against each other, but at the end of the day, we're all here for the same reason. And there can only be one winner.
Yeah. Yeah. We really compete against ourselves.
It's true. You really do. Yeah.
That's in life and anything, in business, like the difference between, I was talking to team members and in network marketing, right? Why is somebody going to do business with me versus them?
Yeah.
It's, we all have something great to offer, but it's our personal brand. It's who we are, right? So if I can be the best version of myself, maybe that'll come across and somebody will want to do it. Same thing with you, right? Competing in pageants. You are the best version of yourself. And in that moment, what the judges are looking for is that confidence too.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. So you got that. Do you think you got a lot of that also from your mom,
I
your
think
family?
so. To a certain extent, yes. I definitely got my independence from my mom. Definitely got my looks from my mom. But my mom would never get on a stage. She would never. She's like, I do not know how you do that. There's no way. And this year at Mrs. America, there was a Miss and a Mrs. division, and there was actually a mommy and a daughter. The daughter was like 19, I think. The mom was older. And she's like, "There's just no way. There's just no way I could do that. I just don't know how you do that. I'm not getting on a stage in a swimsuit and bunch of random people."
I know. It's the also speaking on the stage.
Yes, yeah. And I just don't have a stage fright. I mean, sometimes you like black out when you're up there and you don't remember exactly what you say.
Yeah.
But I grew up like competing in cheerleading and competitive, volleyball and like all these things. So I was always on a stage anyways. And so I think that maybe helped me to prepare to not have stage fright. And my daughter's the same way. She's just not scared of the stage. She's like ready to be up there by herself.
Wow.
Like, and that's 4 years old. So
That is wonderful. I hope she never loses that.
I know, me too.
Right, right. So what do you think is next besides possibly a reality show?
Yeah, that would be so exciting. I have a lot of things I'm working on. Right now I'm working on a Billboard campaign going up in Nashville. I really just want to showcase who I am and being able to brand myself in a way that I can have more opportunities to volunteer. That's something so important to me. But also show other women that are young here in Nashville, you can do the same thing to me. I thought this, you walk through doors you never thought you'd walk through, and here I am. So you could definitely do it too.
Yeah.
But I have a book I'm working on. It's for egg donor conceived children. And although I'm publishing it as a source of income, I really want to donate a lot of the copies too. And that was one of my missions as Miss Tennessee, is once it's published to donate 500 copies to egg donor conceived children.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's currently in the works.
Yeah.
Just knowing I have egg donor kids out there somewhere just really gives me, another way to give back in a special way.
Yeah.
And
Do
it's just
I never thought about that. Does a child feel like it's different?
What do you mean as far as like them as they
Yeah,
grow up?
yeah.
I think it probably depends because not all parents tell the egg donor, I mean the children, or maybe they say, you did have a donor, but I'm biologically your mom, I carried you. So I'm not really sure how every parent will introduce that. I think it's going to be unique to every situation. Some, donor children may be okay with it, and some, may struggle with it later in life. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, but what a gift to be an egg donor and to give the gift of life to another mom
I know.
and
I
another
tr- I
family.
truly am. It's just, it really is a whirlwind because I see so many emotions with all these clients now, and what a blessing you can
Right
literally give a child in this world. Like no one can say that. So
now.
I know it's something special that I truly admire, and I'm glad there's other egg donors like myself doing the same thing to help other intended parents.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So when do you think the book is gonna be out? So we're gonna, like, time all of this and
Yeah, so it's illustrations are already done. We're just working on like a photo shoot for the cover of me to go on the back and working on the cover of the actual book. We haven't nailed that down yet. So I'm thinking early next year.
beautiful.
But fingers crossed because I want to do a book tour.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
That's perfect timing, especially while you still have the reign and the crown and the title too.
Yeah,
Coming
absolutely.
up.
I'm hoping we can like push things along very quickly.
Yes, yes, capitalize on that for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Well, I love learning more about you and your journey, and the support that you're giving other women is just absolutely precious, and what a beacon of light for so many others. So, I really appreciate you coming on and sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, my pleasure. Anything else you wanna share with the audience?
Um, yeah, just continue to go after your dreams. I know when you look at your dreams and it seems so far away, and it can seem far-fetched at times, people would think, but I just stay the course because you never know. You may wake up as Miss Tennessee someday.
Right? That is perfect because you tried, you didn't win, you
Yeah,
try again,
absolutely. Yeah. It
right?
definitely took some time for me to get here. I didn't just wake up and, no experience. It definitely took all the preparation to get here. Blood, sweat, and tears, as they would say.
Yeah, I love that. Good, good, good. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I'm excited to share your one. Thank you so much for listening. Continue to stay unapologetically badass and stay tuned for the next show. Well, that's a wrap for today, Queen. But don't just walk away inspired, walk away activated. If this episode lit a fire under your fabulous ass, hit that follow button, leave a review, and share it with your fiercest ride or die. Your support helps this podcast reach even more women who are ready to reclaim their power. And hey, if you're ready to look, feel, and earn like $1 million freaking bucks, I've got an entire badass empire waiting for you. From confidence boosting merch to brand strategy, coaching, collagen, content, and everything in between, head on over to reneecarbonefleming.com or tap the link in the show notes. Pick your flavor of badass and let's turn midlife into your power era. Stay bold, stay unapologetic, and wear the damn crown.